Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to our Sunday Camerata Bardi and Teatro Grattacielo podcasts. Today is a very special day for me because I have with me some amazing young singers that I have spent the last 3 months with, and I got to love, I got to know, I got to appreciate. It's Camerata Bardi's, some of Camerata Bardi's and Teatro Grattaciello's young artists. We have people from all over the world today. We have singers from Hong Kong, from Brazil, from Greece, from Germany, from Denmark, you name it, from Spain. And I am extremely happy to call these singers colleagues, young artists, but also friends. I'm not going to talk too much. I hope you will all stay with us during this area, this hour. I'm babbling already, but I would like very quickly to bring in the president of Teatro Grattacielo and Camerata Bardi, Enzo Pizzimenti, which you should all by now know supports artists, loves opera singers, and I think it would be a nice beginning of this second cycle of podcasts from me. Hello, Enzo.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm so proud and happy today because this is the proof of the hard work that the students and you and the staff and everybody did. And today it's a great day for us. It's a great day for the singers, and we are very proud of helping the singers achieve their goals. We will work hard to promote them worldwide, and that's our job, to promote the young talent, because there is a need to support the arts, and we are doing our best. And 2020 will be a great year for all of us, Camerata Bardi and Teatro Grattacielo. So welcome. I'm going to enjoy this concert. I'm going to enjoy this hour, and I'm going to treasure that in my best memories in my life. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the teachers, all the masters, all the students. Welcome. Bye.
Thank you, Enzo. And without further ado, I would like to welcome the first young soprano who comes from Hong Kong, and I have no words to tell you how much I appreciate her, and I do love her musicality, her sound, her preparation, and at this point hello Zara, I'm going to just say hello.
Hello.
And,
hello, Mr. Coronelas.
Hello, hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. I know that it's very late in Hong Kong. It's like 12:30, probably now, 12:33 in the morning. And thank you, first of all, for being with us. Before we start talking about you and about your career, about your path, can you tell us, please, what you will be singing?
So I'll be singing an aria called "Mommy, Are You Here?" from A Quiet Place. It's by the composer Bernstein. And I think it's really a very nice aria because it's English and it's contemporary. So just to give the audience a very fresh look on how the contemporary arias are like.
Fantastic. Enjoy.
Mommy,
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank
Brava,
you.
brava, brava. So, something that has always fascinated me, and I keep asking the people the same question, and I would like to ask you, particularly you, um, what prompted you, what made you decide to become an opera singer?
That's actually what I asked myself recently, very frequently, because I started teaching after I came back to Hong Kong because of the COVID situation, and after I worked with a lot of students, basically from high school, I they're like they're reminding me of how I was when I was back in high school when I decided to study music, starting from high school and try to earn a lot, earn money from uh,
Mhm.
work. And I was very lucky because I could enter a very nice university in Hong Kong just to start my study as a bachelor student, and then I had the honor to travel to Europe afterwards to work with a lot of good great teachers. So I think I decided to be an opera singer first because I thought I was good at it. I was good at singing. The second thing was because I really loved singing, because singing always brings me joy.
I can see that, and knowing you a little bit as I know you, I can definitely see that on you. Um, so you said that something. You mentioned COVID. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? So what happened? Where were you when COVID hit, and how did the pandemic change your life?
Oh, so the pandemic actually caused, I think it's not just me, but caused a lot of musicians to cancel their contracts and to cancel their performances. I'm sure I'm not just the only one, but I'm actually very grateful because I spent a lot more time with my family, and the
Mhm.
situation brought me back to Hong Kong. So actually, I got to see my family after a lot of years. And also, I got to work with a lot of good musicians. Although we couldn't really rehearse face to face, but we could
Mhm.
talk and we could communicate, which is great.
Fantastic. Zara, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations for all your achievements, and I cannot wait to see and hear from you in the future. And there's so much more. And please stay with us until the end. We are going to have
Sure.
final salutes all together.
Would
So
love to. Thank you.
thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to move to the next amazing young artist and singer. He comes from Greece. He's a tenor. Uh, you all know that tenors are very precious. He actually lives in Portugal, where he studies right now, and I'm going to let everything else be told by him. This is Marios
Hello,
Maniatopoulos. Hi, Maria.
hello, everybody.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Excellent. So before we start talking and getting to know you a little bit better, can you tell us what you will be singing today? What have you recorded for us?
Yeah, I've recorded Nemorino's Cavatina from Elisir d'Amore of Donizetti. And yeah,
Quanto è bella, quanto cara.
quanto è bella, quanto è cara, esattamente.
Okay. Enjoy.
Quanto è bella, quanto è cara, più la vedo e più mi piace, ma in quel cuore non son capace quanto è bella, quanto è cara, più la vedo e più mi piace, ma in quel cuore non son capace lieve affetto di ispirar, in quel cor non son capace lieve affetto di ispirar, in quel cor non son capace lieve affetto di ispirar, lieve affetto. In quel cor non son capace, non son capace, lieve affetto di inspirar.
So before I start talking to Marius, but first of all, Mario, congratulations.
Thank you.
Applause.
Thank you.
Virtual applause. I want to share with everybody who is listening today that Marius comes from the town in Greece where I grew up for some years, and where I certainly used to go on vacation in the summer. From Patras, my mother comes from the same town, and I have known Mario for quite a few years, from several, when he was very young, and in his first, I saw him taking his first steps in the world of opera. And I must say, first of all, that I am very happy with all your path, with what has happened to you between 2016, when I first met you, and today. There is a lot of good stuff happening in your voice, in your art, in your persona, and I'm very happy for that. That said, I want to ask you also, even though I do know that story, but I think it's a story that has to be told, the same thing that I had asked Zara. Can you please share with everybody, how did you start singing opera?
So yeah, that's my dog barking at the next room.
Okay.
So I started I went to drama school. In the first year, I had the feeling that I could sing opera. I didn't know many things about it. And next year, an opera studio opened in the same theater, and I decided to enter.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, from the world of theater, I arrived there. I was like, okay, yes, I think this is what I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now you are studying in Portugal. You are in a school in Portugal where you are perfecting your.
Exactly, like technical and things. And I'm in my second year of bachelor. I'm finishing now my second year. I'm here in the last 3 years, and yeah, that.
Fantastic. Can you tell me a little bit about your future plans? What do you plan to do? Obviously, when you're a student, your first plan is to finish school. I get it. But tell me a little bit about what are your plans?
No, I'm glad that now that the theaters are opening all over the world, and it's easier to find somewhere to sing and to do things. Of course, we're doing Idomeneo with Teatro Marcello, which I'm really looking forward to. I will be doing again next October in Lisbon, Telemann's Don Quixote after Hochzeit des Comasso. It's a small opera, nice baroque opera. I have a couple of things more, which because of COVID-19, they were postponed a few times. So we're still waiting. A couple of concerts that we're still waiting to, like, the dates and everything. But I'm really glad that everything starts to, again, we can work, people can have work, and people can see and appreciate music live.
Yeah, you know, we all waiting for the same thing. Even though I must share with you and with everybody that we in Teatro Cartacello, we never stopped. We just reinvented ourselves, and we just switched into digital, and now we're switching back to live. Obviously, we have several live shows coming up. But I found very interesting, and I don't think it applies too much to you because you were already a student. It was interesting to me to see how many of colleagues, friends, fellow singers have taken the time to work on their craft while there was nothing else to do except sitting and wait. And this, for me, is very refreshing to see people wanting to really dig into their singing, into their persona, into their craft. And I saw that happening to you too, I must tell you.
Yes, I am. Thank you. I really the first quarantine. I stopped singing for a while. I wanted to concentrate on myself, you know, interior, a bit searching, and then I decided again to start finding my own voice. You know, meditating, finding myself. Yeah, that helped me a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us, Maria. Stay until the end, please. I will now put you back on the green room, and I will be bringing in a soprano from Germany, even though she doesn't live in Germany. She lives in Florida. She has been a very happy discovery for me. She will be coming in August in New York to work with Teatro Cartacello with us on a filmed version of L'Amico Fritz, which we will be announcing very soon exactly what it's about. And her name is Stephanie Lorenz. Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
Hi. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. So before I start getting, I know you, but I want the people to get to know you. Before we start talking about yourself, can you tell us a little bit what you have recorded for us today?
Yes, of course. I will be performing Torna mia vagheggiar from Alcina by Handel. Yeah.
Fantastic. Enjoy.
tornami a vagheggiare.
Bravo, 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 and virtual applause to you too. I must tell you, I love Handel so much. So good for you. So here's what has always been in my mind, and I want to ask you that because probably you are the best person to testify or to ask what I'm about to ask you. You have lived between Germany and United States. We know that Germany has a very big tradition, operatic tradition, and there's so many opera houses. Every city has an ensemble, has an opera house. The system is incredible. It works, and we have in our program several people who actually live in Germany. Can you a little bit, in a few words, tell us what are the differences between the German system and the American?
Okay, in the opera system, you mean?
Yeah, in the opera system. Yeah, in the opera world.
I feel like in Germany we're very, very fortunate to have such a long tradition because we have a very well set up system to support the musicians and the singers involved, and that's obviously very important. So we actually have a government, it's almost kind of a government job in many cases. So that's very different than it is in America, where all of our opera houses and companies tend to be private, and so you kind of take care of your own. So it's a different system. I think that it's a very freeing feeling to know you're kind of lifted up and supported by the government, if you will, so you can pursue the music. So that was a difference in Germany, yeah.
Yes, private versus public, and obviously I totally understand the difference, and I know that you have been going back and forth, and that's why it was kind of has always been in my mind for somebody who actually has seen one way and the other way, to tell us a little bit about the difference. So now you live in Florida, and
yes,
and what are your future plans? What do you, once the pandemic is over and we are back to some kind of normality? We are getting there. We are already pretty close. But what do you feel is going to be happening in your future?
So we are indeed getting very close. I just was lucky enough to set up a two separate things coming up very soon. A Liederabend, a little evening of songs coming up in July. So indeed, things are opening up quickly now, I think. And then in August, I'll be in New York with these lovely people at Teatro Grattacielo. As Stefanos already mentioned, I have the opportunity to sing a beautiful role from L'Amico Fritz. Suzelle is just, it's gorgeous music, and it's such a sweet, and I don't want to use the word simple because it has the wrong connotation, but it is a naive and beautiful story, and I absolutely love it. So those things are coming up, and And for me, I just also found out that I'll be participating in Mediterranean Opera Studio. So kind of little things are coming slowly but surely. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, so do you actually go to Sicily?
Actually, this one's virtual still, but that's okay. I mean, we're doing baby steps, so.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I know about the Mediterranean studio, and I mean, the location is incredible. Let me tell you. So good for you. Stephanie, thank you for being with us. I cannot wait to actually finally meet you in person in August in New York City. Please stay with us too, and I will be talking to you a little bit later. Thank you.
Thank you for
having me. So I think it's time to bring a lower voice. We heard sopranos, we heard a tenor, and now is the time for a mezzo soprano from Spain, from Madrid, another of these personalities that I feel very blessed to have known, and I hope I will be hearing and I will be seeing her a lot in the future. Her name is Eva Marco, but I like Eva a little bit. I don't know, for some reason. Hi, how are you?
Hello, thank you for such a beautiful presentation. It's so nice to be here, Stefanos. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
I am happy that you're here too. And before we start getting to know you a little bit better, can you tell me what you're singing, what you have prepared for us today?
Of course, I'm singing Carmen's Habanera, and then it's the main aria from the opera from Georges Bizet. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. Enjoy, everybody. What can I say? I'm jumping off my chair.
Thanks. I mean, it's
No.
Lizette's there. It's not mine. It's like so powerful.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's the music. I agree with you, but it's also the interpreter, and you are so exciting. Such an incredible, personality. Fantastic. What can I say?
I tried not to move my hands very much, as per your indications. I can go like this.
It's fantastic. I want to share with everybody that Eva will be singing with us in Idomeneo's Mozart, Idamante, and I cannot wait to hear her and work with her in person. But because I know a little bit about you, I got to know you a little bit. What has always kind of fascinated me, and it's something that I have never been able to do as a performer. I know that you go back and forth between many genres of music. That is not only classical, and it's something that I have always admired. I have also admired people who can easily go from opera to, I don't know, Broadway or songs or something that I have never been, like I said, able to do it. So can you tell me a little bit what's the difference, what's the process when you switch between styles?
Yeah, I stepped in musical theater professionally, as you know. But I went to as a bachelor in music for classical singing, and I do believe that classical technique can bring you anywhere, absolutely, into any other gender. It is obviously not advisable to switch into one gender or another. So that's why, like, after pandemic, I took the very serious decision upon which I wanted to step into opera, like, for the rest of my life. And I studied like 7 roles in 13 months, which was kind of crazy. But I really could discover an alternative path. I could tackle into new repertoire. It was very interesting, but I still love musical theater, and I still work sometimes in musical theater concerts or even productions. Not this year because I'm committed to opera. But yeah, it's a different technique, different position, from belting to all coperto, all the voice must be covered. And production is amazing because in musical theater we always work with microphone. So this is you need to be heard by everybody without a microphone. So that is what is challenging about opera. That is like real, live, and it is so exciting to be an opera singer. I mean, and I love this genre, and I hope not to have to move to the other one. But anyway, I still love the music. I still love musical theater, and everything that I've done, I've loved every single character. I've always played old ladies because that happens too in opera, right?
Right.
I played the guy. I played the bad one. I played the old lady. I played the mom. So yeah. It has been very exciting. Yes.
Fantastic. And what are your plans for the future? I know that you go by a lot back and forth between Italy and Spain. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Of course, I'll be doing Suzuki in late August. I am debuting Dorabella in September. Yeah, I was told last week. I wanted to tell you, but I thought it would be more exciting telling you live.
Yes.
In Roquetas de Mar here in Spain, Almeria. And we are bringing this huge special mass. I have the name written down because otherwise, Maestro Josep Enrique Perez. We have a beautiful concert. We are premiering his music, original mass, in June the 12th. So I'm stepping into opera step by step.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm doing my Idamante with you, with your production.
Yes.
I can't be more excited about this. It's amazing. I mean, this has been amazing experience. Gorgeous music, beautiful direction. What can I say? Enormous colleagues. I'm very excited to go over to Crete, and put this in voice.
Fantastic. And I must tell you, and given that it's so public, it's also kind of official that you are in my very first short list for bringing you in New York. So this will be happening in the future. But you are one of these singers that I would like to together with a lot of the people that are there today on this panel, I'm trying to find, now that I think I know you a little bit better, I'm trying to find ways also in the future to bring you guys in New York. And certainly you are on my short list. So thank you so much for being with us. Stay with me a little bit more until the end, so we can say a final goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much, Eva.
Thank you, Stefanos. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think I would like now to bring another soprano. From this time from Denmark, even though I know that she lives in Wales. She's also a wonderful singer, a wonderful young artist. I will let her tell you more about herself. Her name is KRISTEL VINTER. And hi, KRISTEL, how are you?
Hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you. How's it going?
I'm going great, and now that I have heard so many of you, even though I have been hearing from you for the last 2-3 months, and I'm loving every moment. What you guys have created these days for us have put me in a very good mood. So before we again go back talking about yourself, can you tell us a little bit about what you will be singing today?
Yes, I have recorded the new final aria from Puccini's Turandot, Trucchi di Gelsi Tinta.
Thank you so much. Enjoy. Yes, yes, yes. Brava.
Thank you.
Really. And I mean, I'm not surprised because I know your vocal capabilities. So fantastic, fantastic. I want to say before I start talking to you, to everybody who is listening, that these videos were recorded last week. So they're all nice and fresh. KRISTEL, you are right now in Wales, right?
I am, yes. I'm studying at the opera school at the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, and I have one year left to go.
Oh, fantastic! And I know that you just finished a run as Donna Elvira.
Yes, we've been very fortunate. So back in March, I went back home to Denmark because of COVID and didn't really know what was happening. But we've been so lucky that the whole academic year we've been able to perform only for other students and for very, very limited audiences. But we have been able to have a gala, and in the spring we did Don Giovanni, where I made my debut as Donna Elvira.
Fantastic. So I'm going to throw to you exactly the same question that I asked Zara, because has always been in my mind, especially about you and her. What prompted you to become an opera singer? You woke up one day and you said, okay, that's what I want to do.
Actually, so in Denmark, music school is it's like a governmental thing, and you sign up every year. And somehow my sign-up sheet for violin classes got lost. I'd actually played the violin for 5 years, and it got lost, and there was nothing they could do. So I thought I had just started taking piano lessons, but there was no chance I couldn't continue playing the violin. So I ended up taking singing lessons. And my singing teacher just happened to be a classical singer. I hadn't thought much about it, but I was really interested in how, like, the discipline it requires to do classical singing. You know, of course, it's to some extent about talent, but it's also there's discipline. There are different levels. You know, when you've reached a higher level, when you're ready for new repertoire. So that really spoke to me.
Yeah, and thank God it spoke to you, because the opera world has gotten a great talent, and I cannot wait to hear you in that in this repertoire that you are preparing right now. And can you tell us a little bit about what direction are you heading role-wise?
So that's always a good question, especially when you are. I happen to have a languages degree in German and Russian, but especially relating to the German, and you're just speaking to Stephanie, the Fach system in Germany is quite specific. And right now I'm at an English-speaking institution where we, of course, dealing with the more international vocal types, the Fächer. I am working on, of course, I should mention that I'm doing a lettera with you. Will be a big challenge, but I'm really looking forward to doing one of these dramatic soprano roles, for Mozart soprano roles, that is. That's definitely something I'm focusing on at the moment. Also looking at Verismo roles, like especially Puccini, some light Verdi I've started working on as well. And I'm hoping I'm going to be spending this next half year applying for opera studios, applying for jobs as well. And I'm very open-minded at the moment about where it is. I think everything's a challenge.
Right. Fantastic. So that kind of answered my next question, which was what were your future plans? But out of curiosity, are you looking also into German rep, or you want to stay for the moment into the Italian rep?
I am looking at German rap. I think German rap can be a little bit tricky when you are a young voice with a biggish voice. I quote someone else's quotation. Can be a bit tricky, but I'm looking at both, absolutely, absolutely. But I think it's important to find right now the Italian Verismo is a slightly better fit. I'm lucky that I have my German degree, and I work on a Gate. I tentatively work a bit on some Fidelio as well. Sits well for me with the chest voice. But yeah, I think for the moment the Italian is what I'm focusing on, and then I think the German will come sooner or later.
So let me ask you this very quick. Given that you're not a German or Italian native, do you find differences when you sing in Italian or in German?
Yeah,
and
so
if
because
yes, what are the differences?
So I definitely find, because I do speak fluent German, I teach German as well alongside my opera school studies. I do feel that there's definitely a difference between really knowing the language. One thing is knowing the diction, but one thing is really knowing the language, knowing if there's because of its poetry, if the word order is inverted, those kind of small details. I noticed as an opera school student, in the UK, we're very fortunate to have a lot of diction classes. But and we do IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, and I just find, with German, it doesn't really cover all the nuances of a language. So definitely there's a difference. At the moment, I've just had my 10th Italian lesson because I just want to get to that same level as I am with German.
Fantastic.
Did that answer your question? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you very much. Thank you for being with us. Stay until the end. I will bring you back in. And congratulations. Brava.
Thank you.
Back to a low voice, a very low voice this time, from Greece. Manos Christofakakis, who right now lives in Crete. Bass extraordinaire. And the rest of it, we will talk about him together. Hello, Manos. How are you?
Hi, Stefane. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. And you are right now in Heraklion, right?
Yes, exactly. I just enjoyed the lovely sunset from my window.
Oh, I was going to ask you, how's the weather? Because I hear that it's beautiful.
Yes, it's amazing. Only today we had rain. It was strange,
Okay.
but the weather is fair. It hadn't rained for so long time, and it's again great.
Yeah, I'm ashamed to say, even though I was born and raised in Greece, I have never been to Crete, so I'm really looking forward to being finally to Crete in July for Idomeneo. And Mano, before we talk about yourself, can you tell us what you have prepared for us today?
Yes, it is Il Lacerato Spirito from Simone Boccanegra. It's the Fiesco aria after he finds out about the death of his daughter.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
Sepolcro dell'angelo mio, ne a proteggerti valsi. Oh maledetto, oh vile seduttore, soffristi, rapita lei la virginal corona. Ah, che dissi, deliro. Lacerato spirito del mesto genitore era serbato a strazio d'infamia e di dolore. Il serto a lei de martiri degli angeli, prega Maria per me. Resa al fulgor degli angeli, prega Maria per me. Prega per me. Prega per me. Prega Maria per
Wow. Oh, amazing. Congrats. What a location. I want to be there right now. Can somebody teletransport me there? Fantastic.
Thanks.
Oh
Thanks a
my
lot.
God. You know, I saw the first part of your video, and I thought, okay, he recorded it in a studio somewhere in the city of Heraklion, but I didn't see the last part, and I was jumping on my chair right now because I mean, it's obviously South Greece, and it's so sunny, so beautiful, it's so green. So yes, I cannot wait to actually be there. Mano, you are one of these people that I want to ask the same question exactly that I asked KRISTEL and Zara. How did you decide to become an opera singer?
It came randomly. I used to play the piano when I was a child, and I remember at school there were some events we were doing. We had some festivities, and I was playing the piano. And one time they asked me to sing something. I don't remember what, and I sang. It went well. And after that, I went to a choir. There was a soprano that was in charge of the choir, and I started having lessons with her, Miss Katerina Zagaraki. And then I liked it. I enjoyed more and more. Continued. I went to Athens. I studied at the same time that I was studying also law. And yes, continuing and enjoying. I think it managed to cut my interest, and not only my interest, make me, love it, singing.
Yeah, and I can tell that from your interpretation, which is so deep and so moving. And I mean, it takes somebody who deeply loves what he does to do exactly what you did in that video. And bravo to you, kudos to you. I know that you have done some studies also abroad. Am I right? You came to United States at some point?
Yes, I did some studies in Germany, in Frankfurt, and in New York. And the main topic of the studies was law. And at the same time, again, I attended some master classes. I was going a lot to the opera in both locations. Yes, and recently, last year, for example, I went to Vienna for an opera academy, and to other locations for competitions.
Yes. I have been following you about your competitions and your adventures. Can you tell me a little bit about your? I know that you are a successful lawyer, and that's amazing. And congratulations to you. But can you tell me a little bit about your plans as a singer, especially something that has to do with, as I know, with a company that you're forming right now in Crete. Am I right?
Yes, it's called the Lyric Theater of Crete. We have a website, lithek, from the first letters.org. And here there are not so many things to do. Now there is the cultural center that started very recently, and where we
will
are.
be singing Domeneo with us, yes.
Exactly, and it's great. But in general, in order to do things here, I believe that you have to try and to make to take initiatives. So 2 years ago, this opera company was founded, and I'm now, let's say, the artistic director of it. We have already done things, an opera, recitals, concerts, master classes also. And in this period, we try to take the opportunity of this pause to give a focus on new creations. So now we are in the process of making a new opera and 2 music dramas. All of them are completely made from scratch. 3 composers, 1 text from the Renaissance, the Cretan Renaissance, and the other texts are also new. They all take their inspirations from different parts of Cretan history and different Cretan stories. And in that way, we are going to start presenting these works from the end of the summer, and we will continue, one by one, slowly. But the main idea is to create new things, and also in a large part will be in Cretan language. So opera in Cretan language, I think it's something also unique. And we hope, after presenting them in Crete, to present them in other places, to present them to the world. And yes, that was very something that is taking a lot of the free time because of the quarantine. And some other activities in this location that you enjoyed a lot. We are going to do many activities, such as at the beginning of August, for example, we are doing a masterclass with a world-renowned opera singer, a Greek opera star. And I can say his name, it's Dimitri Platanias.
Okay,
and very excited about it. And other things, probably at the end of August, we will make a small production of Così fan tutte, international one, in this location that you saw. Yes, and this is hopefully, step by step. Well, I feel me and other people, we are trying to give something to the community here. Working at the same time to progress as much as we can in the international world. I will appear in some opera festivals now in June in Europe, and also to competitions. That's the news. So busy period is starting.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mano, for being with us. Stay until the end, because I want to bring you back, and congratulations. I cannot tell you how happy I am that I have met you, and I have to thank for this Miro Michailidis. Stay until the end. I will talk to you. I will talk to you a little bit later. And last but not least, I promise you, is a soprano from Brazil. Her name is CARLA COTTINI. She has such an Italian name, and when I first met her, I was very curious to find out why she had such an Italian name. And of course, then it was clear to me that she came from, part of her family is Italian. And without further ado, I would like to bring you Carla, who lives actually in Berlin right now. Hello, Carla. I think you have to unmute yourself.
Hello, Stefanos.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine. How are you?
Wonderful. So before we get to know you, the people who follow us get to know you. Can you tell us a little bit what you prepared for us today?
Oh, I have prepared a very special video from the aria A non credea from Vincenzo Bellini, La Sonnambula. So I did it as an homage. That's how you say it in English.
Homage
for my dear friend Rafael Andrade, That is the person that brought me to the opera, the person that got me from the musical theater stage with both of his hands and said, "You have to be an opera singer." And unfortunately, last year, he very, very early on in his life passed away. So I recorded this in Valencia, where he brought me, and we recorded with him. So yeah, so I used this opportunity that you gave us for recording a video to show this.
To express yourself, So enjoy, everybody. Wow, Carla, that was amazing. That was so moving, and good for you that you created a story. And it's good that you actually told us from the beginning about your choice, because it was pretty clear that you dedicated this incredible project, because that's actually a project to the first person who brought you into the opera world. And I mean, I must tell you, Carla, that I have heard a lot about you from different colleagues in friends in Brazil. So I kind of knew you before I get to know you. Can you tell us a little bit what happened when you decided to become an opera singer? How did you start, and how did you finish up in Germany?
So I always knew I wanted to be a singer or a dancer or both. So when I was in university, I applied for My Fair Lady, hidden by my family. My family didn't want me to be an artist at all. So I applied and I got a part. It was a swing. So I was swinging 14 chorus roles. Crazy for me. I was 18. And I played musical theater for a while. And then I was in the end of my season of Cats, which I played for more than a year. So it was 7 shows a week of Cats, you know?
Yes.
And there was this guy, Rafael, that was an amazing pianist. And actually now he's kind of known worldwide because he was really, really good. And he came to me and he said, "You have to sing opera." And I said, "But I don't know very much. My family used to listen to a bit of opera, but it was kind of far from what I knew." And he went through the whole score of Rigoletto with me, showing me what happens musically, dramatically, and I fell in love. And then he prepared me in 4 months to a contest in Brazil. And the first aria he taught me was this aria that I just sang again after maybe 10 years, yeah. And in 2012, I started the conservatoire in Spain, in Valencia, which is where this beach is. And since then, I've been singing. It's just, my career was flowing. An agent in Brazil saw me in that contest, and he's the same agent with Malena as well. And then he put me in my first opera, and this in 2012 already. And then I started working. At the same time, I was learning music, which I did not know before. So everything just went so fast. And then I came to Berlin for an academy 2 years ago, and I fell in love with the city. I fell in love with what it brings to me. It brings me to my very, very high study mode, wanting to learn mode. It just fills my heart so much with so many different types and of art, you know. So that's why I kept here.
I mean, I share the same passion that you share about Berlin. Publicly, I think that's one of the most exciting, most beautiful cities in the world, and very fulfilling also artistically. I haven't had the opportunity to live a lot in Berlin. I was there only for a short period, for a couple of productions when I was younger, when I was a singer. But I must say that I totally understand why you made Berlin your home. What are the plans for you? What do you see now that we are getting out of that mess? What are the plans for your future?
So my first plan is Idomeneo with you, Camerata Bardi. I'm really excited about this role. Every day I like it more. Ilya, really excited. It feels like it's written for me. I love it.
Yes, it is written for you. It's like Mozart thought of you. Yes, I agree.
I really feel like that. It's really delicious to sing, and it makes me grow. It's great. Finally, the agencies with which I signed before COVID, when I first got here, end of 2019, beginning of 2020, I started auditioning here, and then I signed up with a couple of agencies, and now finally I'm going to start auditioning, because this year was really crazy. And then I already have some contracts in Brazil for next year, in Sala São Paulo, in Teatro São Pedro, in Sala Minas Gerais. We have a wonderful, it's like a recording of a piece written by Dom Pedro,
Mhm.
which was like, you know, the guy that was, it's a, I don't know what it was exactly in English, but he was not a president, of course, because it was not a republic, but apparently he wrote music, and there's going to be this big event that they're going to record his piece, and I'm lucky enough to sing with two of the best orchestras of Brazil already next year. And
Fantastic. I'm super excited to know all about it because, as you already know, Teatro Grattacielo supports rarely heard music and operas. So maybe at some point we should be having a conversation about that. Really, yes, I'm very interested in that. Is it in Brazilian? Is it in Portuguese?
yes. It's
Portuguese. Okay,
Brazilian.
fantastic. Wow. So wow. Thank you for sharing this, and I mean, I'm not surprised that you're having success and knowing you and knowing how serious you are and what a good artist you are. I cannot wait to actually be with you in person, which is going to be very soon. And I want to thank you for being with us. And again, congratulations. That it was very moving, and it warms up my heart to know that they are people around artists who find ways to thank their mentors and the people who have benefited in their lives. That's that's super heartwarming. And with this beautiful artist and this beautiful video, I want to bring everybody on the stage so that you guys all together with me can say a final goodbye. I saw that, Zara, there you are. Hi. Thank you again for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for being with us. It has been an absolute pleasure. Congratulations to all of you. I can publicly say that I love you all very much, and I cannot wait to see you in person.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Ciao, everybody. Good night.
It's a pleasure.
Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.